already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They LA they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Flushed out right. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Come on. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
Flush to his right. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit his safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 2nd down now, it's Roth. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Go to 90 Wolves.
They'll try the left side. Roth, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. And an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Newton. And incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw is Newton. That's taken in by Henderson. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Watch the whip. Hey, Sam off.
On first down, it's Roth. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's got Miller. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Team 6. Hit it.
On second down, it's Roth. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Roth, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing is Newton. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 5. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll drop the throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 6. Open man is Howard, the tight end. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case,
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Henderson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jordan Evans. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a run with Henderson. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Third and long, it's Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Cam Newton scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to regain the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
44, Mike, 44.
On second down now, it's Roth. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Watch the twitch.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 2. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Again, Newton. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season as they have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll run on first down. Roth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. From the 22, Newton. And he fires one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Newton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. It's Harvey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
57 Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
You got trick. You got 3.
Go. Motion. Hey, echo. Let's go.
It's going to be a long day.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by Howard. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Check 26. Check 26.
On 2nd down, it's Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Roth. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Go, go, go! Hey, box top.
He'll drop to throw. The catch made by Miller. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Roth. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 13. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Get ready.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here in the turnover on downs. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
That's it. Right there to 3.
51 the mic. What we got? Slam.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller his first touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton always got some breathing room. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a fact, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Gun. Let's go.
Now it's Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Newton to throw. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last throw here for Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive